An ICE whistleblower testified in front of a bicameral forum of Congress today. He testified that ICE has gutted the training programs that new agents are supposed to receive. Senator Richard Blumenthal and Representative Robert Garcia led the hearing. Now, before we get into the specifics of what was reported, we need to backtrack a little bit so that we understand why many of us are calling for the agency to be abolished completely. ICE started under the Homeland Security Act of 2002 and essentially merged two different agencies. The Immigration and Nationality Service, or INS, and the U.S. Customs Service, which was actually under the Department of Treasury, much like Secret Service. Many of the problems that we have today with ICE, we've had for a long time on a much smaller scale. And it's all because of the way that they were set up. Even though they didn't use most of it to begin with, they were given way too much power and a mission that was entirely too broad. Their only stated goal was protecting national security and upholding public safety. And they weren't just checking visas. They were charged with investigating everything from human trafficking to drug smuggling to intellectual property theft and financial crimes. The caveat to that, though, is that most of this would have been handled by the Homeland Security Investigations Division of ICE, where they actually employ detectives. And even before all this division alone was our second biggest investigative body next to the FBI. Today, what we see is most of what's going on is being handled by their Enforcement and Removal Operations Division. This division only handles civil offenses, which is what immigration law is. All they were doing was moving people from jails to deportation. And now they're becoming a 20,000 agent army that does whatever they want. Now back to the whistleblower. Ryan Schwenk is a former ICE attorney and lead instructor at the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center. He resigned from his position in protest on February 13th. He presented a memo from ICE Director Todd Lyons. The memo, where he was told to read and return immediately, instructed him to teach new cadets that they have authority to enter a private home without a judicial warrant if they are pursuing somebody with an administrative deportation order. As Mr. Schwenk stated, this is a clear violation of the Fourth Amendment, especially because, again, this is their civil enforcement arm. Then he gets into what happened to the training, and it's nothing short of insane. The training duration was cut from 72 to 42 days, and they've almost completely gutted the actual hours of instruction on the law and firearms. For instance, their training on constitutional rights and the rights of protesters was 10 minutes. It was a 10-minute segment within another lecture. He also mentioned